Hey guys, so I decided to go ahead and speak about F. Scott Fitzgerald's book, The Great Gatsby, simply because it's helps me with my DID and my spirituality. I just want to share my analysis of it. There is classism mentioned, there is emotional manipulation, there's gaslighting, there's mental abuse, there's subterfuge in it. There's a lot of jaded glasses and rose colored glasses going on alongside of all of that, of course. Uh, and there's a lot of that was back in the day where women were seen and not heard and meant to be kept in the kitchen. A lot of traditional wifing that's going on nowadays. That's coming back apparently. It's not for me, so I don't like getting into that shit. But like what I've learned from that is ideologies of love are fine and dandy, but reality needs to be placed in love as well. You need to keep realistic in love. You need to keep your ideologies at a realistic standpoint instead of fantasizing about somebody you can't have. Like if somebody's married in a monogamous relationship, you don't just go hunt for them. If someone tells you no, you respect the no. If you find your true twin flame or somebody else that represents you very well and you love them so much, if they tell you to go away, you actually go away. You don't just to keep forcing yourself on people and forcing yourself to feel certain ways. Budgeting yourself, budgeting your time, budgeting your money, all uh, great things to have, great assets. Secrets are good for certain things. Privacy for certain things. Um, Hiding a big secret of wanting to kill somebody or killing somebody um, sticks out for me because I had a past life within that aspect, and I also had one uh, in possible future lives as well that I might have to deal with later, provided I stay on certain tracks that I am. Uh, so I get to learn some lessons here as well for cognitive dissonance and such like that. Um, let's see, what else? It's only 9 chapters, maybe 8 hour read, if that, if you read pretty fast. Sometimes I don't even read that fast. Hey, we have a visitor, look. But anyway, yeah, The Great Gatsby, I related to quite a few of the characters in there. Lustful interactions, for sure. Envious reactions, for sure. Capitalism, um, gluttony, Secret Service, conspiracy theories, all hidden within the book, of course, but you may not catch all of that. A lot of old, outdated languages and outdated terminology, so um, don't think too much into it. Separate the art from the artist at this point. Connections are important. Who you associate yourself with are important. Who other people you in physical associate with in the spiritual, very important. It could even explain what's going on in your life currently. Like if you look into your mutual guides of somebody that is soul tied to you, or a karmic flame, or a false connection, or a divine connection, like say a false twin flame, or someone you've slept and had sex with. Trauma bonds count. Stuff like that. Uh, Making up stories when you don't know something, rather than just coming out and saying, I don't know. That's been a lesson for me, is coming out and saying, I don't know, rather than making up a story. I call it Disneyland answers. I'd rather you give me a straight up I don't know rather than make up an answer to make it seem and fit the narrative, Don't force a round peg in a square hole or something like that. Or a square peg in a round hole, or whatever the phrase is. Let's see. Who you know, how you treat the people you know, and setting people up. there's a lot of lessons of like setting people up on like blind dates, or telling someone to meet you and you're supposed to like conveniently meet up with someone else or something like that, like an impractical joke or a scheme, or like putting on a facade or a mask. Especially true with like narcissistic people, or those that are spiritually narcissistic, or those that are like vain or self-centered, or like really like accepting on the outside but really judgmental on the inside. Natural selection sticks out. Keeping silent about matriarchs and female role models you look up to killing people or wanting to kill people, or female facing, like for example I'm not a female. I did indeed my anatomy wise, yes, sure, I won't argue my biology, but it's one of those things where you're lying to protect somebody, you're not saying something to protect somebody else, and that follows you throughout your life. Karmic cleansing, karmic charging from all that can be very beneficial, I think. Mirror parallel exercising, like I'm doing too, will help a lot of people. Of course, this is my interpretation, guys. I'm not like, by all means, I'm not saying this is the exact way to think about things. This is how I think of The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And looking at it from an adult's perspective rather than a high school assignment has really opened my eyes as well. Excuse me. Patriarchal societies, misogynistic views and outlooks, other people speaking for you, men speaking for women's rights and women's choices, love matters, love affairs, and love ideologies are really mainstream in the book as well. Getting to know someone before you step foot in things and learning by observation will really help. That's what I got for the book analysis for F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby. Hope you enjoyed my view on things. Hope to hear yours too.